The guest that I'm about to bring on, and his dad's name was Johnny Valentine. Now, Johnny Valentine hit so hard and moved so slow. He would always go 45, 50 minutes in a match, and he was like the real deal. And one time I'm in Houston, maybe like 16 years old, and Johnny Valentine, who was always on the last match, come in the dressing room, and I kind of was in the way, trying to leave. I didn't mean to. And he snatched me by the throat, and he slammed me up against the wall. And he said to me, "I can't make you believe wrestling's for real, but I sure to hell can make you believe I am." And I based half my career on that. I don't know why he did that to me, why he passed on that piece of knowledge, but it's important here because of the guest that I'm going to have on in just a bit. But I also want to tell you a little bit more about Johnny Valentine, because then you're going to appreciate my guest even more. There's a very famous rib war Johnny Valentine had with Jay York, and I kind of got to flush it out here a little bit. Johnny Valentine had a very unique talent. And what he would do is, back then, a lot of the boys wore cowboy hats, different kind of hats, and Johnny Valentine could squat down, and he could take a poop in your hat, but the exceptional part of it was he could put the Dairy Queen whip on it.
That is a talent.
That's a talent, come on, just like Dairy Queen. And him and Johnny Valentine and Jay the Alaskan York kind of had some words back and forth. So, transferred to Calgary, Canada in the middle of the winter. Jay's in a house with some gals, and Johnny was in there, and Johnny got the garden hose, and he attached it inside to the faucet, ran it outside to where Jay had a brand new Cadillac convertible, but it's like 30 below. Johnny breaks the window and puts the hose inside the car. In the morning, it's just one piece of solid ice, and Johnny's gone. Okay. I don't know, a little time goes by, and the next time that Johnny Valentine and Jay York are together, Johnny Valentine was in Manhattan, and he was in, those bars stay open till 5 in the morning. Jay, in retaliation, went and rented a huge, real-deal arc welding truck with angle iron, and he watched while this man angle ironed Johnny Valentine's car to like the parking meter, to the metal on the post. I mean, just a really nice job of angle ironing. And Johnny Valentine came out whenever he did, the angle iron guy was gone. And like they say, Johnny Valentine didn't even see that the car was angle iron. And he got in the car and he turned it on and he slapped it down into drive, and he's trying to, sparks are flying and smokes are going, and so he slams it into reverse, and like, what's wrong with this stupid guy? Nothing. And so I guess he was going in to call AAA, and he fell over the angle iron, and that's how Johnny discovered his car was angle iron. So a little time goes by. Jay York, after his match, he had asthma. And I don't know if you remember those, they had glass. You put your asthma medicine in glass and kind of like a rubber bulb girl with the
inhalers.
Inhalers, yeah, back in the day. And so Jay would come back from his match and go, and he'd be fine. Well, Jay York was out wrestling. Johnny Valentine threw out the medicine and filled it full of lighter fluid. So Jay York comes back, boom, did a 180 and he's down. Johnny goes to the ring. Again, Johnny he's a hell of a man. And took him 45, 50 minutes to beat his opponent. And, meanwhile, Jay had gained his senses. Now, Jay, who's nobody to be messed with, he goes out and tells the police, hey, listen, I got a couple of M80s, which is a really big firecracker. So if you hear a couple of bangs, don't worry about it. And Jay York came in, and Johnny Valentine was taking a shower. And Jay York come out. He had one of those three-quarter length kind of coats on, kind of like a...
Trench coat?
Yeah, trench coat. Thank you. That's why you're here. Bless your heart. And from beneath it, he brings out a sawed-off shotgun. And Johnny comes to the door of the shower, and Jay's going to kill him. And I asked Jay, why didn't you kill him? Because when Johnny Valentine looked at me, he smiled, and he didn't believe I was going to kill him. And Jay took the sawed-off shotgun and leaned it to the right, and boom! And blew a hole in Johnny Valentine's Halliburton as big as 2 rounds ago. And you're talking a small dressing room. Very loud piece of business. Then Johnny Valentine went to his car, and everybody got Jay settled down. And Johnny Valentine went to his car and started. It wouldn't start. They picked up the hood, and under the hood, the car was wired with dynamite. Jay was a demolition guy in the Marines, but he didn't plug it into the distributor. I just left a note saying, "See how close you came." So now everybody's going, especially the promoters. Guys, it's getting a little hot around here. Let's just back off the revs and have a good time. I'll buy the beer. Okay, so. I don't know, 3 weeks later, whatever you want to say, Jay York comes into the dressing room. Johnny Valentine is just about to come out of the same kind of setup, come out of the shower, and Jay pulls out a .357, and he says, I told you, you son of a bitch, if you ever messed with me again, I'd kill you. And boom! And Johnny Valentine, boom, right in the chest, grabs his chest, blood, boom, Johnny Valentine, he's down on his back. Now, Jay's got the gun pointed straight ahead. So imagine in your head, the benches on his left and right side were where the boys were, the wrestlers. The one on the right side furthest down was Harley Race. We all used to pack back then. And Harley Race had a towel over his piece. And Jay started had this wild eye thing going. And Jay started turning his body I think Jay was kind of going to turn around, but he was coming all close to Harley. And Harley said, Jay, put the gun down. Jay's still turning. Jay, put the gun down. Harley Race is about to shoot Jay York. At that time, Johnny Valentine, like the Undertaker, he comes up. It was a pack of ketchup that they had set us up with, and it was just a rib on the boys. That's the dad of the gentleman I'm about to introduce you to.